the Oklahoman newsroom, this is an OU update. I'm Jenny Carlson here with Brooke Pryor. Brooke, Wednesday is National Signing Day as we know it. I don't know what the heck we're going to call it now with the early signing period day already having come and gone, but National Signing Day I guess is what we'll go with. But regardless of what we call it, Sooners had some work to do heading into this second signing day. They signed a really good class to start with that early signing day, but still had some guys to go out and get primarily on defense. Where do they stand right now on that?
Well, right now they're in good shape with a couple top targets. I think they have about 4 guys that they really want to sign. 3 of them on the defensive side of the ball, 1 of them an offensive lineman. Last week they got Braden Willis, a tight end that answers a big need and kind of tying over that spot between Grant Calcaterra and Austin Stogner in the 2019 class. But as far as guys that they're looking for right now that they want to sign, I think Michael Thompson is a huge priority. He's a 4-star two-way lineman out of St. Louis. And initially, OU was recruiting him as an offensive lineman. Bill Bedenbaugh went in there in December and talked to him. He wasn't really, Michael Thompson was kind of like, okay, this is fine, not really super high on OU. And then from talking with his coach last night, he said that he believes when he went to San Antonio for the All-American, I think it was the Army All-American game, he roomed with Ronnie Perkins, who's an OU signee, a fellow St. Louis kid, and after that, Michael Thompson was really sold on the Sooners. He hasn't announced where he's committing. I think it's down between OU and Missouri, but according to his coach, they've had the whole, all of OU's defensive staff come in there in the last 2 weeks, kind of cycling through, really trying to seal him up before signing day.
One of the areas defensively, as you looked at these last couple of seasons for OU that became problematic, both talent and depth-wise, was linebacker. Any movement on where they stand? Did they feel like they got good traction with the early signing period? Where's the linebacker situation right now?
I think they have to feel good about where they were. At least they were getting some guys that were defensive ends that I think maybe they may use in a linebacker role, but they aren't really going after any more guys in that area, in that position group for this next signing period, at least not any highly rated guys that are kind of the ones that are getting the most buzz. All of those guys are linemen, which makes sense because they've had some depth issues there, especially now with Devontae Lampkin leaving early and Matt Romar not getting that 6th year of eligibility.
Well, and Wednesday will obviously be a day where they sign, is it 7 or 8 guys? I mean, it's not a huge part of this signing class left to sign, but yet there could be some really instrumental guys in this class because we did see some more of those high-profile guys not sign in that early period. So you could be looking at some fairly significant signees on this Wednesday signing day. Exactly.
I mean, all the guys that OU is going after are at least 3 stars. Only one of them is a 3-star, Moro Ojomo, a defensive tackle from Katy, Texas, and he's down between OU and Texas, maybe leaning a little bit more toward Texas at this point, but everyone else is a 4-star prospect, and I think OU is using this opportunity to kind of get these last few pieces. They can afford to be picky knowing what they've already signed. They had an 18-man signing class in December, included a 5-star defensive guy in Buki Radley Hiles. So I think they have to feel good about where they stood coming into this so they could be a little bit more selective, and you don't have to go after a lot of 2-star or 3-star guys, and you kind of pick and choose who really makes your class complete.
All right, we'll be looking for signing day, National Signing Day on Wednesday. See who else fills out this 2018 recruiting class for the Sooners. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.